For decades, the whole world of software development has been built on this one powerful idea, standing on the shoulders of giants. But now, a new kind of giant is here, and it is completely changing the game. So today, we're going to explore how AI is really reshaping what it even means to be a developer, using one coder's own journey to figure out this massive shift. Right, so if you've been in the software world for any amount of time, you've heard this phrase, standing on the shoulders of giants. It's always meant building your work on the incredible foundation of open source software that came before you. It's this massive shared library of human knowledge that basically powers everything we use. But something's changed. Recently, that phrase has started to take on a whole new meaning because a new giant has shown up. And I'm talking about artificial intelligence. It's here, and it's not just another tool you can pull from the library. No, this is a completely different kind of force. And this is the fundamental shift right here. The old giant, open source, was passive. It was a library you had to go and pull from it. This new giant, AI, is an active partner. It's like having a collaborator working right alongside you, changing the entire creative process from the ground up. Okay, so what does that actually look like? How does this new AI copilot really transform the act of building software? Let's take a look at the very first moment of any new project, and you'll see just how much everything has changed. Just a little while ago, starting a project meant this: a developer staring into the void of a blank screen. You had to remember all the project specs, the exact syntax for setting things up, and probably spend a good chunk of time hunting for boilerplate code online. It was intimidating, and it slowed you down before you could even write a single line of real code. But now, wow, the change is just dramatic. A developer can literally just ask an AI for a starting point. A few prompts, a quick copy-paste, and boom. You've got a functional application skeleton ready for you to build on, all in a matter of seconds. The blank page problem? It's basically gone. And look, this isn't just about going faster. It's about what you're thinking about. By handling all that tedious setup, AI frees up your mental energy to focus on the big picture. The architecture, the user experience. You can actually think about design because you have a tangible starting point to work with from moment one. Okay, but all this incredible new power, it brings up a really interesting conflict, a tension that a lot of us experienced developers are feeling. And it all kind of centers on this one single nagging question about what we might be losing in the process. So, are we getting lazy? It's a question a lot of developers are really asking themselves. It feels kind of unsettling to have AI just do so much of the foundational work for us. You can try to rationalize it. Tell yourself you don't need to know all the little things anymore, just the important stuff. But does that make you a better developer? Or maybe a more fragile one? It kind of reminds me of something I'm sure a lot of you heard from your high school math teachers. They'd make us learn these complex calculations the long, hard way because, and I quote, "You're not going to have a calculator in your pocket in the real world." And yeah, obviously, they were totally wrong about the technology. We all carry supercomputers in our pockets now. But were they right in principle? Maybe we do need to learn things the long, hard way to truly get the fundamentals down. Should we let AI be our calculator for writing software, or are we skipping a really crucial part of learning? Because let's be honest, software development is supposed to be difficult. It's a complex craft. And there's a very real risk that these amazing tools could make experienced developers complacent, while at the same time preventing new developers from ever learning the fundamentals in the first place. And this idea that development should be easy isn't just happening by accident. It's being actively sold to us as a dream. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the marketing machine that's driving this whole movement. I'm sure you've seen this all over social media, right? The influencers talking about the effortless fortunes they're making with their AI vibe-coded SaaS, or software as a service. This is the dream the big AI companies are selling, that basically anyone can build a $1 million app with little to no experience. But here's the thing you have to remember, the reality behind that dream. The AI giants are in a massive amount of debt from just building their infrastructure. So to even break even, They need your subscription fee every single month. And what's the best way to get that? Sell the idea that their product can let you do absolutely anything. And this really gets to the heart of the disconnect between the dream and the reality. The dream they're selling is just write software, let the AI handle it. But a successful software business requires so much more than code. It needs deep business knowledge, market fit, pricing, support, combined with deep software knowledge to build something that's actually solid and can scale. Okay, so with all this hype on one side and this genuinely amazing power on the other, what's the verdict? How should a professional developer actually use this new giant? Well, the answer isn't to ignore it, it's to approach it with a healthy dose of professional skepticism. So what's the game plan here? It really comes down to balance. First off, go ahead and use these AI tools, but always stay skeptical. If a response just feels a little off, trust your gut and look it up. And this is crucial. Don't outsource your thinking. When you hit a really tough bug, step away from the AI and try to solve it yourself first. You got to think of it as a powerful assistant, never ever a replacement for your own knowledge. So look, the bottom line is this. Absolutely stand on the shoulders of this new giant. Use its incredible power to build amazing things faster than we ever could before. But do it with caution, do it with wisdom, and do it with a commitment to never ever stop learning your craft.